So if a youth leader's listening to this right now and they're like, this really resonates with my soul, where do I start? What resources do you guys have at Sun Life that you could point them to right away that they could begin down this process of putting this disciple multiplication strategy in place in their youth group?
Yeah, so our team leads disciple making cohorts, and so if there's someone listening who wants to take some initial steps to figuring this out and beginning to implement, picking up a copy of the four chair discipling book or our training material on that, and jumping into a cohort with one of our team members, who then can not only provide some training with that, but also some coaching in terms of how do you actually implement that? What does this look like in your ministry? Because there's obviously great resources that you can pick up and read, but actually to be able to have a conversation with a person and explain your specific scenario and to have them help you diagnose what's going on and what those next steps are is so valuable. So I mean, we've got in regards to four chair discipling, we've got a four chair inventory, a simple tool to be able to share with your ministry, your volunteers, your students, to help them identify exactly where they're at in that discipling process. We've got our 40 days of disciple making journal, which ties all of those things together, kind of in a format for students to engage, maybe in a small group context with Jesus, with his life, with his ministry, in that process of moving toward being a disciple who makes disciples. And built right into those 40 days, every day there's a discipling challenge for that student. Here's something to do today to put this into practice. And having two other friends who are going to be going through that with you, and you each sharing the spiritually lost friends who you're going to be praying for in that process, and getting together with the three of you and holding each other accountable to those relationships with spiritually lost friends and to those daily discipling challenges. So some simple tools, but really I think the coaching is where the greatest impact is going to be felt for a youth leader, is actually having someone to talk to.
So if they just go to sunlife.com, they can get access to all of that. Is that right?
They can, yeah, and they can go on our team page there and find someone who might be near them, although a lot of our cohorts are on Zoom, so location doesn't necessarily matter. But if there is someone near you, then having them be on location, maybe coming to your youth group one evening, maybe bringing them in and they teach, but also they're able to see things and then meet with you and say, okay, so you did this and this and this, and let's talk about that. What are you looking to see happen? And just a fresh set of eyes. And so if there's someone who's near you, that's helpful.